So now, I'm really excited to show you two tools out there that I love, love, love for product selection because they really do make life easier. So, the two tools are one, Viral Launch's market intelligence tool, and then there is also Jungle Scout. Both are really fantastic tools. They have great data, but most importantly to me is that they save us countless hours in the product selection process. So how do they save you these countless hours? They compile a ton of data into a simple to use spreadsheet that you can modify. And the really important thing is that it can show you the revenue relative to reviews all in one basically Excel, and it makes it incredibly easy to sort through products and then decide which ones you want to evaluate a little bit further. They're also going to include estimated fees and a bunch of other criteria like images and everything else that's again going to save you a ton of time versus kind of going through this manually. I highly, highly suggest getting one of these tools. Personally, my favorite is Market Intelligence. The company that made it, like Viral Launch, has just so much data. I would personally use them, but either way, you can't go wrong. And just so you know, we have a special discount code for you guys at the bottom of the video, so please check that out, and hopefully this will be helpful. So let's go through a quick walkthrough on how to use these tools so that you're saving a ton of time and finding more and more great winner products. So to use these tools, it's super simple. You're basically just going to install a Chrome extension, and that's pretty much it. This is the fastest way to gauge demand that I've ever seen because it's including both the revenue and the reviews in one easy spreadsheet for you to kind of manipulate. And other people are going to tell you to use the 999 trick to check inventory. If you're not familiar with it, basically what you're doing is you're trying to purchase 999 units of a single on a specific listing. And if they don't carry that many units, then Amazon will show you kind of a notification saying like, oh, there's actually only 248 left in stock, or there's only 700 left in stock. Then you can kind of come back the next day at the exact same time and then track how many they have left afterwards. And then that's going to tell you how much they sold in that specific day. Now, the reason that why I don't really like this trick is that one, if you have over 1,000 units in stock, then it's obviously not going to work because it only goes up to 999. The next reason is that a lot of people will kind of restrict how many units specific people can buy. So they might limit it to 5 or they might limit it to 10. And so again, the trick won't work. Lastly, you're gonna have to come back the next day, which isn't the best use of time. I think the data that both Market Intelligence and Jungle Scout provide is actually really, really good. So I would personally recommend that you focus just using on these tools instead. So let's go through the quick walkthrough of how the tool can be used. So we went over the hot new releases earlier, which is a great place to kind of look for product ideas and everything else. But from this page, I'm gonna have to click into each listing, understand the BSR of office products, which by the way is a great category, not a very sexy category, and so is often overlooked compared to home and kitchen or sports and outdoors that everyone naturally kind of gravitates towards. But when you're using the tool Market Intelligence, this is what it's gonna look like. And so now you have a nice, easy, like it's very digestible where you can see all the images, who the brand is, you can see the estimated monthly revenue, you can see the price, and basically it's making it much, much easier for you to kind of evaluate. There's also the ability to export, which is really fantastic. So if you want to basically get a bunch of pages all at once, and then filter out like, okay, I'm gonna filter out anything that's below $20 or filter out anything above 100 reviews, and that makes it a lot simpler as you're going through the process. You can also check and uncheck. So if these two are unchecked because they're Amazon Basics, maybe you don't want to compete against them, that's totally fine. And so this is just one place where you can use a tool like Market Intelligence. Next is you can do it actually on brand pages. So this is a really famous company, RxBar, just actually recently sold for about 600 million. So what you can do again is using Market Intelligence is that you can pull up the actual brand. And so these are all of their products. which is really cool, showing you what their sales are, again, the number of reviews, all that kind of stuff. So if you're targeting a specific niche and there's specific brands within that category, that's another approach. And then lastly, you can do storefronts. And so this is eTails, a very famous reseller in the Amazon space. And so what they do is they sell a ton of other people's products. A lot of them are brand names, a lot of them are private label. So again, what you could do is if there's specific storefronts and okay, there's a beauty seller, they sell a ton of different beauty products and I really want to do beauty. And so you can go through their specific storefront and then you can see all the different products. So these are really crazy revenue numbers. I mean, there's Brita filters here, but what you can do is maybe go to the later pages where the revenue is not as high and then find products that you can use for inspiration. But yeah, that's basically how we use market intelligence or Jungle Scout to basically save us a ton of time in the product selection and so that we can go through more products faster. Thanks for listening.